I'm so excited to talk about Devil May Cry, the Netflix series. Oh my god, I think this is absolute gold tier anime. I know what you're thinking. Is the Netflix version even considered an anime? Well, technically, it's still an animation, and on top of that, with it being anime season, I ended up grabbing the Devil May Cry game on Xbox during this anime sale. So I guess it qualifies, right? In this video, I want to talk about how amazing I think the Devil May Cry Netflix series is. I'm seeing a lot of hate about the series, and I genuinely don't understand why. So I'm going to go full defensive mode here. To people who says that Dante feels too serious, the anime having too much story, is that even a real thing? And people saying it doesn't feel like Devil May Cry. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. I think the series absolutely nailed the mood, the style, the action, and the overall feel of Devil May Cry, while also giving us an actual story and character development outside of just fight scenes. So let's break it down, shall we? The month of May is all about anime after all. There are a few DMC games on sale on Xbox, so I gotta pick this one up. Replaying DMC 5 again, and with Vergil as a playable character too. This honestly came at the perfect timing with DMC season dropping on Netflix. With the introduction of Vergil in this latest season, well, that game set was definitely on purpose, right? Did anyone else pick up anything good this anime? Okay, so no spoilers about this DMC series, but I will assume you know the basics of the DMC universe. It has been a long-running game after all. The key story of DMC has always been about Dante, his relationship with Vergil, his father's legacy, and protecting humanity without becoming full demon. I do see some praise about the series, but there are a lot of haters too. Look, I understand some of the criticism, but I actually think people are missing the point. Some people are saying that it doesn't feel like Devil May Cry, and that Dante doesn't feel like Dante. But what's that even mean? Is it just non-stop fights and one-liners that they're expecting? Well, I will agree that Dante feels a little bit more serious at times compared to the game, especially when it comes to Vergil. But people are acting like they completely changed him, and I honestly don't see that at all. He's still so cool, he hasn't lost his edge, he's still cocky, playful, funny, and he's stylish and cool as hell. Or I should say, hot as hell. If anything, he just feels moodier and more emotional when it comes to Vergil. And honestly, that relationship has always been complicated, right? I actually think the anime did a really good job in handling the storytelling and the character development between them. And I think this is the thing people forget. This is an anime, not a game. An anime or any good story needs storytelling, world building, dialogue, and character development. It can't just be fight scenes, boss fight, cheesy one-liner, and on to the next mission. Because realistically, would that even work as a full anime series nowadays? Honestly, I think the show is very well balanced. You get those insane fights and really stylish action and badass Dante moments. And on top of that, now you also get storytelling about the different organizations, conspiracies, and even politics. That's actual world building. People keep saying that the anime over-explains too much. But guys, how else are you going to tell a story? In the games, things are simplified because you're the one playing. The gameplay and action carry everything. An anime has to make the world feel real and connected. And honestly, I think the deeper dialogue and the story make the world richer, not worse. I think the story and the characters are already amazing, and then they made it even better. The music, oh my god, the music. We need to talk about the soundtrack too, because oh my god, did they do a good job. You know, a good soundtrack at the right moments just elevates the whole scene to another level. I genuinely have no words of how much I love the soundtrack choices in both seasons. The music doesn't just fit the fights, it makes the show. Let the body hit the floor, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. Come on, that was just first of many epic scenes in Season 2. Back in Season 1, they already nailed the music with Limp Bizkit opening, the new track from Evanescence, and we even had Rage Against the Machine, absolute legend, and that whole early 2000s edgy vibe. Season 2 absolutely continued that energy with Papa Roach, Drowning Pool, Avril Lavigne, and Evanescence again, and Korn. That remix was savage. Powerglove has done an amazing job in remixing and music production. The soundtrack just gives the anime that perfect Devil May Cry mood and atmosphere. I think using music and artists from the 2000s was genius, because that's exactly what Devil May Cry is. It's PS2 era, it's AMV energy, it's heavy rock music with stylish violence, absolute cinema. So what about the Devil May Cry series then? And another thing people are saying, the game had an effortless cool energy, but the anime is trying too hard to be cool. It feels like an A and B mashup. And at the same time, they're also saying that the anime is too deep, too serious. And I completely disagree. I think the anime did capture that effortless coolness. The old DMC cutscenes were always ridiculous, overdramatic, cheesy, but overall stylish, straight to the point, and no explaining. But then again, that works only in a video game. A good story needs depth, it needs emotional moments and serious scenes too. It can't be just non-stop jokes, pizza, and demon fights every second. Honestly, I think Netflix handled that balance way better than people give it credit for, because the storytelling and character development actually got me emotionally invested in these characters and their relationships. Without spoilers, there were genuine moments towards the end of the season that got me so emotional. And I honestly don't think those moments would hit nearly as hard if the anime didn't slow down sometimes to build the world, the characters, and the emotional weight behind everything's happening. Without that depth and seriousness, would people really feel as attached to the story as they do? Okay, can I just say this though, the Netflix series is actually so much better than the old DMC anime from a few years back. From the criticism, it almost feels like people wanted something more like that old version. But sorry, I don't think we need that annoying little girl side character and the strawberry sundae filler energy. The new anime actually feels big, it's cinematic, emotional, and stylish all at the same time. And I love all those little references and Easter eggs too. The plastic chair reference alone, hilarious. As well as the pizza and strawberry sundae. You can tell the people making this actually care about Devil May Cry. They include so many nods to the game, the older anime, and the classic Dante moments, and the whole DMC vibe. Overall, I honestly think the Netflix series does a really good job appealing to people completely new to Devil May Cry, and longtime fans who've been playing the game for years. New viewers get an actual story, world building, characters, and emotional depth to connect with. And the older fans still get the stylish action, the edgy energy, and that nostalgic vibe. To me, it genuinely feels like this anime understands what makes Devil May Cry feels like Devil May Cry. I've been saying much about Dante and the series as a whole, but in season 2, oh my god, Vergil, he's the absolute star. Again, no spoilers obviously, because I really want you guys to go watch it and enjoy it. But whoa. Dante, of course, is still cool as ever. Honestly, maybe even hotter now because he's not just some badass fighter, he's stronger emotionally too. But Vergil, he absolutely steals the show in season 2. He really is that character you love to hate and hate to love. And let's be honest, I just can't. With the mommy issue between them, that's literally the foundation of their entire relationship though. And Lady or Mary, I'll be honest, I never really loved her that much. I've always preferred Trish. I think she's way more interesting. I'm really curious to see if Trish might appear in future seasons. So, what do you guys think about this series? Subscribe and leave me a comment below. Tell me, did Netflix do a good job? Did they actually understand Devil May Cry better than people give it credit for? And honestly, which do you enjoy more? The game, the old anime, or the Netflix version?